Today's agenda is we're going to do a couple of quick introductions from the staff and students in the room. I'll start. I am George Rischek. I'm the Associate Director of Student Affairs at LHU. One of the hats that I wear here is to be the coordinator for summer orientation programs. We'll go in the order Trinity, Johnny, Maddie, and Ty, because that's how you appear on my screen. So you guys, if you go in that order and unmute yourself, introduce yourself, that would be fantastic.
Hi, everyone. My name's Trinity. I'm a 2019 graduate of LHU, and I currently work on the Clearfield campus doing student activities and res life. And it's nice seeing you all here.
Hello, I'm Johnny. I'm a senior here at Lock Haven. I'm a psychology major, and I'm a summer orientation leader for you guys. And throughout the school year, I am a resident assistant in Fairview Suites.
Hi everyone, I'm Maddie Dura. I'm currently a junior at Lock Haven, and I was a pre-PA major, and in the fall I'll be starting the nursing program, and then I'll be doing the presentation today, and I'm also a tour guide and student ambassador on campus.
Hello guys, my name is Tiana Hartley, and I'm currently a freshman on campus, and my major is business administration, and currently I'm a summer orientation.
Thank you, everyone. So next up, we are going to play a little bit of trivia. Just a disclaimer that I'll hold the prizes, and Trinity is going to record the winner. We're going to ask that you answer in the chat box. And the first little trivia question that we have today is, this is the oldest building currently on campus. If you can name that building, I will have a prize pack waiting for you when you return or come in the fall semester. So first person to answer in the chat box will get a prize. We'll hold for a moment. This one might be a little hard for new students, but we'll have the next question will be really easy, because if you pay attention to Maddie's presentation, the answer will be located in there somewhere. So first question is the oldest building on campus. It is Rogers Gym, built in, I believe, 1898, 96, one of those years there. It says right on the front of the building, but I can't see close enough in the picture there. Thank you very much for playing. It's my pleasure to turn it over to Maddie for her presentation on the importance of exercise in college. Maddie?
Alrighty, so hello once again. Like I said, I am going to be a junior in the fall here at Lock Haven, and I'm super excited to kind of give you guys an insight of Lock Haven exercise life, because there are countless opportunities both on campus and off campus that you can get engaged being with exercise on college campus. Next slide. So here's our 4 main areas I'm going to briefly talk about today, and then go a little bit more into Lock Haven life. So we have improved mood, better concentration, better sleep schedule, and weight maintenance or weight loss. So improved mood, most people will say they're not always the most excited to go to the gym, but afterwards they're going to feel more energetic and more productive to take on whatever they're going to do afterwards. Better concentration. This is important for not only college students, but everyone across the board. It's important to have a sharp mind and a clear mind for when you're studying outside the classroom, and then when you're applying that once you are in the classroom setting. Better sleep. I will say personally, I took my sleep before coming to college for granted, and once you do come to college, sleep is one of the biggest and most essential things to succeed. So exercising just a little bit each day will help you achieve that. And then weight maintenance or weight loss. At college, you can get into some pretty bad eating habits, so just exercising a little bit will help you maintain your weight and even give you weight loss if that's what you're looking for. Next slide. So improved mood. When you exercise, the body releases many endorphins in the body, such as serotonin, which is known as our happiness hormone. And this is really important because it's going to reduce not only anxiety, but also depression and stress. And these are very common in college students, from balancing not only academics, but their social life as well. And if they are involved in something like a club or a sport, it does get very stressful at times. Also, by going to the gym, it's a great way to put this stress and anxiety into a positive outlet. So you're getting your mind in a better headspace and your body in a better physical state to take on whatever you might have to do that day or that week. Next slide. Better concentration. Like I said, concentration is something that a lot of students will say they don't have the most of in college due to all the outside influences. But exercise is a great way to promote that concentration that we all desire to have. So while you exercise, the brain actually enhances the growth of the brain cells, which is something very amazing to me. So exercising just a little bit each day will help enhance these brain cells to connect and develop at a better rate, which is going to help you inside and outside the classroom to retain that information and to recall it when it's needed. Next slide. And then better sleep. So like I said, before coming to college, I would stay up very late and wake up very early, and I never really saw the bad in that because I would just take a nap after high school. But when you come to college, it typically is a very long day, going from class to extracurriculars to hanging out with friends. So getting a normal sleep schedule is something super important, and exercise can aid in that. So when you sleep, your body goes into a recuperative state. So it's going to lead you to having deeper and better sleep for a longer period of time, and leading you to wake up at an earlier time and fall asleep at a better time. And having these better sleep habits is overall just going to help you have somewhat of a normal schedule in college. And then weight loss and weight maintenance. So I'll give you guys a little look into the typical freshman night for me. I was very stressed out come freshman year for my classes, and me and my friends would always hang out late at night and study. And it would be 11 o'clock or whatnot, and we would get hungry and stress eat. So we would eat Domino's or Sheetz or McDonald's, and this became a daily habit for us practically. So after a while, we did see a little bit of a change in our body from eating this late night, not as healthy food. So just by exercising a little bit, it's going to help reduce all of this stress eating and something known as the freshman 15. So you can keep a healthy body weight and feel confident in yourself. And if you are at a healthy weight and you do eat well, it's always a great idea to just exercise and keep your body and your mind in a very healthy state. So now let's talk a little bit about Lock Haven itself. So these are 4 areas on campus that are very great to exercise in, but there are countless opportunities off campus as well. So first up, we have the rec center. So this is located in the middle of campus between upper campus and lower campus with the big red roof. In there, we do have 3 courts for playing basketball or anything like dodgeball. The limits are endless. In there, we do also have the rock wall, which is pictured on the slide, as well as a weight room and a track along the top. So something there will possibly catch your eye, and it's a great place to just go work out, and they have lots of hours, so you can fit into a very hectic schedule. Then we have Zimmerli Gymnasium. This is pictured at the top. This is a great thing for student athletes. So this is an athlete-only gymnasium. Athletes can go there as a team or individual to get a good lift in. And while this is beneficial to athletes, it's also beneficial to a non-athlete. So they don't have to worry that the whole track team or the whole football team is going to the rec center and taking up the weight room. If nothing there is already caught in your eye, you can always go up to Rogers Gymnasium, which is where we have our swimming pools and saunas. So if running isn't your thing, you can always go for a quick swim up at Rogers. And then finally, the track. So the track is a beautiful place on campus. It overlooks the majority of campus, and it's a very nice look over the Susquehanna. And with that, at the Susquehanna, we do have the dike. So this is a great place for students to go and go for a walk, go for a run, ride a bike, ride a skateboard, just to kind of get out there and see not only Lock Haven's campus, but the town as well. And finally, with exercising outside, a great opportunity that many faculty put on is they go for walks and hikes throughout Lock Haven. So in the health science department, many teachers such as Dr. Lesniak will go and host hikes maybe once every week or once every 2 weeks. And it's a great way to see the local scenery as well as get in touch with some faculty on campus. And then sports teams. So on campus, there are various sports teams. So I have a few listed, such as men and women's track and field, men and women's cross country, men and women's wrestling, men and women's basketball, football, women's volleyball, and then we do also have women's tennis and women's swimming as well. So this is a great way to go and exercise with friends, make new friends, and just put on performance for the students of Lock Haven. And I'll be the first to say that at these sporting events, students that aren't athletes do show up and support their other teammates. So it's a really great way to show off your skills and support your friends if you do go onto a sports team. And then finally, a little bit about intramurals and clubs. So intramurals are a really great way to exercise and perform in a sport even though it's not considered under an NCAA category. So a few of them that I like to highlight because I participated in them is basketball, dodgeball, and volleyball. So these are located in the rec center, and it's a really nice way to get your friends involved. And if you're not the biggest one that wants to exercise by themselves, this is a great alternative. So create a team to play some dodgeball or volleyball, typically once, twice a week. Great way to get involved, and they do get quite competitive, and sometimes there are prizes involved as well. So it's a really great opportunity. And then a few clubs on campus. We have men's lacrosse, cheerleading, Quidditch, and boxing club. So while these are still clubs, they do a lot of really great things as well. So men's lacrosse has just recently started up, and they have traveled to other places in Pennsylvania to play some games. Cheerleading goes to all of the events on campus, such as basketball games and football games to cheer. Quidditch from Harry Potter, they've actually gone, I believe, down to Texas for their nationals. So they're going to very crazy places to perform. And finally, boxing club. This is a really great one too. So they've actually went out to State College main campus, and they have actually had some boxing matches out there, as well as had some locally at Lock Haven. So a really great way to get yourself active on campus, make some friends, do some traveling. So it's a really great way. There's clearly countless opportunities on campus for you to get involved and get active. And overall, it's going to make you healthier and happier on campus. So thank you, guys.
Does anybody have any questions for Maddie before we move on? You'll have opportunities to ask some questions as we hit the end as well. If you don't want to talk out loud, feel free to put your questions in the chat box, and one of the staff members will read them aloud for Maddie. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in there. We will move on to the next trivia question. This one should be a really easy one based on Maddie's presentation. And so, name this building. Should be a really, really easy. Lots of great windows that overlook the weight room that is right in front of the building there. It is the Student Rec Center, affectionately known as the Rec. Sometimes you see it abbreviated SRC, depending on maps and other things that you may be looking at. You can see some typical fall hours there. Has quite an extensive opening time for students to take advantage of what's going on. You heard from Maddie's presentation that there's indoor tracks, there's 3 multi-purpose courts, there's racquetball, there's a dance room, weight room, there's a climbing wall, and various aerobic and other types of machines that are going on in there. I want to take an opportunity and turn it over to any of the staff members in the room here with me, and let me know, what do you use the rec center for? Ty, I'm looking at you first. What's your favorite thing in the rec center?
My favorite thing in the rec center, I use the dance room because I like dancing.
Maddie, you talked a lot about it. What's your favorite part of the rec center?
I really like the intramurals. That was something that really caught my eye, especially fall freshman year. I got recruited for a volleyball team, and I never really played it before, but I really enjoy that. So it's a really nice way to get out there and do that.
Johnny, Trinity, you guys want to add?
I like to run, so I use the indoor track and treadmills pretty often.
I'm just going to drag it away from the exercise theme, but we have a lot of other events in there, like the Globe Party. There's escape rooms, blood drives, the golf cart parade every fall, things like that.
Thanks. And so the other area I want to touch upon, of course, is Zimmerli Gymnasium. And the students will probably nod their head here when I say it's almost entirely referred to as Zim when people talk about it. I don't know, in my 20 years on campus, I don't know that I've ever heard anyone pronounce its full name. It's usually just called Zim. You can see it was completed in 1970, named for our old director of health and physical education back between 46 and 66, Dr. Elizabeth Zimmerli. It has a 6-lane indoor pool that does have open swim hours posted every semester. There's 3 gymnasiums, there's a racquetball court and locker and shower facilities in there. And the building also hosts the Department of Health and Phys Ed, as well as a bunch of classrooms. So you may have classes in there as well. And again, I'll throw it out to the students in the room. Have you guys used the pool during open swim hours? No swimmers out there? And I can say I have, as a faculty staff person, I've used the pool during open swim, and it is a good time. I would highly recommend taking advantage of it. What else goes on in Zim? I think there's a lot of gym and rec classes that take place in there. Have any of you guys had any of those classes in there and want to share that experience? No? I mean, my experiences are 20 years out of date, so I don't want to go into that. But there are gym and rec classes that occur in the big gyms in there. So it's a rather large building, as you can imagine, having multiple gyms and a swimming pool in it. So I encourage you to check it out. And just as we come to the end, if you guys have any questions, it's a great time to start putting them in the chat function right now. A gentle reminder that we're doing these lunch break topics on various things throughout the summer. The same Zoom meeting ID that you used today. For those of you that are planning on living on campus, a reminder that some of the special topics on the schedule out there on the orientation webpage will allow you to see your residence hall room. And so I think there's a lot of interest in that based on what I've been hearing. So your residence hall director and some of the staff members in the room will be running around taking requests to see your actual room. So I encourage you to take advantage of that opportunity. If you haven't yet signed up for your actual summer orientation date, remember there are 6 dates to choose from. The registration link is live now at lockhaven.edu/orientation. You can find it. The first date is filling up rapidly. So if you're interested in that first date as your orientation session, I encourage you to complete your registration as soon as possible, as that is filling up the quickest out of all of the 6 dates. There will be an online-based orientation as well that will be launching in late June, early July. You'll hear more information about that at your orientation session. That being said, does anybody have any questions for any of the staff in the room? We can open it up to any subject at this point, and we'll be happy to answer questions. Otherwise, if you don't have any questions, feel free to exit the Zoom room. Otherwise, we will monitor the chat for a few more minutes. And we hope to see you at summer orientation. And then again, when we arrive on campus in the fall. It's great having an opportunity to present to you all today. Thank you. And like I said, we'll hang out in the room for a few more minutes if you have any questions.